Okay, last but certainly not least, let's talk about malware. I know I touched on mobile malware, but malware as a general or broader terms is also relevant and something that you should be aware of for 2016. So malware is now a lot easier to create, it's more diversified, it's also cheaper to create, so you'll start seeing malware evolving throughout. So here's some malware variations. There's spyware, banking Trojan, ransomware, remote access Trojans. There are various types, and they all impact differently. But I wanted to talk about ransomware as an example. It's certainly on the rise. Some say it's in the matured phase of it. There are two types of ransomware. There's the Krypton ransomware and the locker ransomware. So the crypto ransomware is where it aims to basically prevent people from accessing files and data. And the locker ransomware is basically locking you from access to computer, or you can't access it anymore. And basically it's designed to, once you have or you get infected by ransomware, basically victims have to pay a ransom to get access back to either their files or to their computer. And typically, victims are asked to pay in bitcoins, which is cryptocurrency, i.e. An anonymous, it's hard to trace, and it's anonymous currency. Both individuals and businesses are being targeted, and what's rather scary is the fact that typically we associate malware with, oh, you have to download some kind of file and then you get infected by malware, but there are more and more drive-by ransomware, drive-by malware as well, where just by simply going or accessing to a website or opening a deceptive email, or if a pop-up window comes up, you might get infected by this. So from a brand protection standpoint, whether work closely with your IT security team, be aware of the different types of malwares that are arising, and just make sure that you have that as part of your comprehensive brand protection strategy. To conclude, a few things we wanted to highlight that summarizes. I think Alessia and I made a point of emphasizing this throughout our presentation, but once again, want to reiterate the fact that it's really important to have visibility into all the different digital channels and making sure you have a comprehensive brand protection strategy. Also, because fraudsters are they innovate and they're always ahead of the curve, it's really important to just be aware of all the latest tactics and the different types of scams they're doing, which brings me to the last point, which is make sure that as you learn about the different types of tactics and the different types of approaches these fraudsters are using, make sure you're educating not only your consumers, your customers, your prospects, but also your employees, and have them be part of your brand protection strategy so that you can really fight the abuse.